Hoi chat. Hoi chat. How goes it? You caught me as we're starting Down and Drowned. Yeah, not too much else to do. These are the characters. This is what you can expect from us, and I'm gonna unmute and hope that they're not saying anything horribly racist. They usually don't, but you never know until you know? So, let's figure it out together.
I have really bad brain rot, and I've found very little to laugh about in life, so I'll take whatever I can and make the most of it.
Bestie. So true.
Hi! Alright.
Hello!
Everything appears to be set up on my end.
I can fix that.
Please. Huh?
Aw.
Huh?
Huh?
No.
Aw.
I have a PhD in fucking shit up for no reason.
Huh.
Case in point, last episode.
I mean,
Yes.
you fucked shit up, but it wasn't that fucked, and it wasn't that shit. And things were pretty down, all said.
Oh, yeah, could barely get as...
Like,
couldn't...
in terms of elevation, things are...
You
pretty
nearly
low.
couldn't get any more down than that. Without dealing with hazardous bullshit.
But yeah, let's doing a quick recap.
Yes.
Let me actually get some ocean ambience instead of this sort of EP, and I'll share the music that I'm listening to as well. But instead of this sort of like EP chill vibe, let us use real ambience, real music. Okay. So, the last time that we were all here, you guys were making your way through these cleared out, this very cleared out, sunken ship. You had successfully managed to eliminate the threat within, as there was a sentient slime creature that had taken over and was puppeting around the old ship captain's corpse, while he was in a sort of pseudo undying state due to a artifact that he had taken. You all made your way through and were able to collect hundreds of thousands of gold pieces worth of treasure, dozens and dozens of magical items that have not been identified as of yet, and a mysterious map that seems to lead you to a point on Earth, in the middle of the ocean, in between, sort of, and a map, point on Earth, with several different lines around the Earth to show that it is almost fractured. At this point, though, you haven't been able to identify everything, and you are simply making your way up the diving bell through the diving bell.
Yes.
This journey has been perilous in and of itself, but you all did successfully make nobody died, and although some of you were deeply injured, you're all alive in one piece. However, there was some incidents, namely Mick, or Marsham's character, getting through this strange encounter amidst a haunted ship that was sunken beneath a ancient brine pool that led to what you later learned was the Astral Sea. They have accidentally called the attention of a myriad of deities, and intentionally or not, they found themselves in the lap of a Celtic lord of the underworld, Iran. And that's bad enough as it is. Perhaps a problem for later, but a problem for now would be the fact that this bejeweled mask that you have all retrieved from the captain's body seems to have strong necromancy magic associated with it. And putting it on would cause the equivalent of, would effectively cause a warlock contract of sorts. The kind that you can't really walk away from.
Not easily, at least.
No. But you are all here, making your way up. And sorry.
So, what's with the mask? What'd you find out about the mask?
Zim kind of looks down at it. Starts. You see his eyes move up, looking like northwest, northeast, like he's visibly thinking about how he wants to word things. He goes, and then he looks at Izzy, and well, both Izzy and Slink. He starts with Izzy. So, your employer.
Yes.
I must ask. Is she one to be... She's obviously one who gives out the orders. Is she one that will take them?
Actually, can I roll for that? May I roll an insight on that, DM?
Sure. Mainly because I don't even understand what the question is.
It's basically, does Izzy know that if her boss takes orders, she do them?
Essentially asking, if your boss plans on using this mask. All patrons, one way or the other, are very demanding. And that's about as much as you'd probably get from a 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to ascertain information with regards to your, like, employer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You've never seen them necessarily taking orders from anyone. If anything, you've seen her get favors from people who should be well above her station.
Hmm. Honestly, from what I could tell from her, from Madam Leaf, is that, well, she doesn't usually take the orders, she usually gives them out. I know a few people who are higher standing ask for favors for her. Never really talked to them myself, but I've seen it happen. Why you ask?
We'll get to that in a moment. He goes, now, next question. Is she one to be out and about, or is she more of a homebody?
She tends to stay in her mansion a lot, yeah.
He kind of looks at the mask, looks back at Izzy, and goes, "That's what I figured. Warlock patrons, no matter which one you pick, they're all very, very demanding. That's why I ask these questions." Looks
So you
back now.
got
Go ahead.
so you
Sorry.
so you're basically telling me if if my boss wants this mask, I better tell her about the whole if you wear it, you're gonna be a warlock sort of deal, and they don't tend to be demanding to them, yeah.
Especially with one being dealing with a god, dealing with any god of death.
Huh. So the undead thing was kind of on the point, eh?
More or less.
Yeah, I kind of figured, given the slime creature, bit of family history with that shit. Never ended well.
He then turns to. He then turns his attention to Slink. Slink, I have a couple things to ask you as well.
Eh?
You said this was for your master, yes?
Yes, yes. Master sick. Must find stone. Help make him feel better. Yes, yes.
Well, I have some good news. This does have a greater restoration capabilities once attuned. However, it does come at a great cost of servitude. And with that, I must ask you. Before your master got dreadfully sick, was he a brave man?
She kind of ponders and thinks a bit. Would anything that, I guess, I don't know. Has there been any actions that my master have done that would be considered quote brave in a sense? I mean, I guess him probably just protecting her. I'm not sure.
You would know that he's a very much a bit of a trickster himself, and that you do need to have some courage to pull off those sorts of schemes. He is, if I could best like explain it, he would be like a mastermind rogue and does plan heists and could land himself in hot water. But he's also very clever, willing to see the good in people and help those less fortunate than him. He just doesn't much care for people more fortunate than him. Robin Hood-esque in that regard, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
So she'll look up at me like, Master, very brave. Master, pull off very smart moves. Do things other people would not do.
You see him sort of. You see his head waving to and fro, like a ship on the ocean. You see him visibly weighing out each of your guys' individual answers. He goes, right. Is he one who is, say, strong? A strong individual.
He is stronger than Slink. He carries Slink. She just thinks strength when she thinks strong.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I got one more question. How did you come across this knowledge? Kind of pointing at the mask.
Master, lots of books. Slink have lots of time. Look through pages. Finds about greenstone. Making Master better.
All right. So him having the books. Would it be safe to assume that he'd know the risks? Or the cost, if you will. Not so much risks, but more of the cost of putting this on.
Slink kind of shrugs. Master smart. If Slink brings stone, Master may know.
He goes, all right. It's yours. As he sort of, hand gestures like to come over to retrieve it.
Hey, I have
Why is just like, oh.
one question for you.
Looks back at Ezzy. Yes?
You know who's it related to or something? Like you mentioned, it's a kind of like a warlock patron sort of deal. Yeah, any
Yes.
idea who it's connected to?
I got a name, though my knowledge is incredibly limited. It's a death god who has a history of bravery, athletic prowess, vengeful in his own right. Technically speaking, in today's societal standards, or where Jaguar, goes by the name of Jeblanque.
I'm gonna roll a history check to see if Izzy technically knows this god or not.
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone can make me a. Actually, I'll say it's religion instead, not history.
Okay.
Religion? Okay, still a -1. Have fun.
Yeah, in
religion,
game,
I feel would make more sense in this case.
It does. Every time I've rolled for like a
It's
god,
a
it's
17.
usually been religion.
It's a 17.
Yeah,
Listen.
I'm gonna roll 2 because in game Zim knows nothing about Mayan gods and goddesses.
Listen, I don't mean to be a buzzkill or nothing, but I gotta remind everyone that we got dibs on the gold, not any of the treasure.
We can negotiate with the
They
captain.
don't know won't hurt them.
No.
The duality of man.
as he looks towards Slink and goes, no. We can negotiate with the captain.
Listen, I normally I'd agree, but that kind of thinking's why I'm here.
Honestly, I think it might technically go to my boss, because she did mention something about hosting an expedition. So she might get dibs. Who knows? I don't exactly know. But
All
as
I know
for the...
is that we were told that we could take all the gold, but any of the treasure or magical valuables we had to give to whoever was in charge of all of this.
Yes.
Well, considering that we have something potentially more valuable than any treasure we have found, we might be able to offer a proposal. Maybe an exchange, if you would.
You think any academic is gonna see that mask and not want to pick it apart at every magical seam?
Considering the fact that we potentially found the very map to Atlantis, I think that would derive any academic's attention.
So what to who?
Whoa, what? Who
Oh,
said
right.
anything about a map?
Oh, right. As he sort of chuckles to himself as he pulls out the map.
Oh
He
yeah,
opens
for the
that fucker
religion
up.
check, I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Says
With a
17
17 and a 16, a death deity of some kind, you would have heard a story passed down from family, and it gets like distorted in that sort of telephone-esque way, where
Right.
the story changes here and there. I'm gonna go with Ezzy and then what Zimnis gets. Ezzy, in that telephone sort of way, you would have heard a like legend that your ancestor had to like prove his worth and fight representatives or the date gods themselves, representatives of this entity. You think they had like dominion over the moon too, but they had something to do with death as well, clearly, obviously, given the fact that they have this mask. I mean, I will give you their divine domains, but specifics I think still elude you. And their divine domains would be let me look through the options here. For one, it would be Grave, Twilight, and War.
Does it is this myth or I guess in this case less myth and more legend of Atlantis widely known as it is in like modern day here on modern
You're welcome to
non-fantasy
give me a
planet
history
Earth?
check.
Personally, Izzy does not actually know about anything about Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot two of you were not there.
For
That one.
you ain't no shit.
I don't know what Earth is.
As for Zimnis,
What's a map?
you also get the similar sort of information that
Mhm.
he would fall under Grave, Twilight, and War as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't know that through like family history or like any sort of like things like that. You would have tried you would have heard that through legends of and like written accounts that were not the best, not the most detailed, but still very much there, very much present. You would have heard of this through accounts of a old wizard that had probably by this point died. A half-elf wrote about their experiences with different Mayan deities. And they seemed to be but a lot of their works have been destroyed through time and a bit lost and mingled. I think with a 15, that is like all you're able to get, because you were looking at like damaged books, and then the author disappeared, never to be seen again, as if they vanished from time.
All right. Fair enough. Now, I do have now. Zim realizes that he has to catch both Izzy and Mick up to speed as he goes, "Oh, right," as he kind of takes one hand to pull his robe out a little bit. As he pulls out a rolled up piece of parchment, unravels it, and shows it to these two.
All right.
It's a piece of paper.
Maybe it goes to this piece of paper that I have right here as she pulls out her piece of the map.
What? Visible confusion.
Izzy thought it was a cool piece of paper.
You are a water ganassi, Marsham, so I'll let you roll with advantage. So re-roll
Regarding?
one for me. Atlantis, your history.
Hello.
I feel
I'm
like
just
it
gonna
would make
roll
sense.
it again.
Yeah.
Redemption.
It's a 2.
Unfortunate.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I don't even know what a map is. All right.
As Zim goes, all right, look, there's a lot of weird borders on this map that overlaps the continents that we know today. Personally, I cannot make heads or tails of any of them. Hopefully the captain, or whomever else above surface, can make a better sense of it than us. However, there's clearly a marking of where the where that group had clearly had intentions of rediscovering the lost city of Atlantis. That is something that is very, very big for a lot of scholars. Bigger than anything, bigger than this kind of taking Slink's hand and like kind of holding up the mask.
Like
This,
does the little grabby hands.
yeah, this, yeah, gives it back to her. This, he goes, this is our counter offer, our leverage, even.
Interesting.
And I
But
promised you, this city has been long forgotten for God knows how long, and probably has fortunes far more valuable than what we found here.
Do I remember specifically what we were told to retrieve, or whatever this job was? Was it specifically magical artifacts?
Magical items and artifacts, yes.
Funny that a map isn't magical.
It's preserved, but
Sure.
that's about the extent of it.
Mhm.
But that is within the. Sorry. But
it.
Fuck.
Continue.
Sorry. Fucking hell.
To the DM. To the DM.
No, go ahead. I already said continue. Go ahead.
But that is within. So that is the first thing we've identified for sure, was the mask, and we got another hour and I don't know how many minutes before we surface, but we can probably get a few more things checked out.
Yes. Yes, I want to know all of the magic items that we have to give to the crew.
Yeah. He goes, all right, next order of business, Izzy, your decanter, if you would.
Decanter?
Or who was it that had who we poured that frickin'
yeah. Izzy pulls out the canteen and is like, okay, here it is. Let's try not to screw this up. Given that whole slime thing, I don't want another accident like that. And with Raquel.
Yes, of course. As he sort of goes back to his little spot and gets back to identifying. Ritual casting.
Your ritual casting identify on the fluid itself inside of this jar.
That is my
Well, it's
that is my
water.
intent.
Oh.
Yeah, I do have to physically touch it, so that forces my hand more or less.
Are you
If that's the case,
using?
then
Mhm.
if that's the case, then we're saying
You cut out.
this is like no,
You're cutting out a bit.
you got. I have no idea what's going on, but we should probably save that for last. For
Considering that is a very otherworldly potent thing, that makes it potentially dangerous, just as dangerous, if not more, than the mask. So Zim is very determined to figure out what the hell that thing is before we continue.
okay then. Izzy also brings up the fact that she does have like 2 old bottles that she filled up with that from the whole crack in the boat thing.
Can we
I
call
forgot
it astral brine?
the astral brine. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. I was forgetting the terminology.
He goes, "Oh, right." As he kind of pulls up his hand, and you see the sigil of, the insignia for conjuration. And he goes, "Yes, I tried to figure out what it was myself. Ended up with this."
Interesting. I guess like 2 extra bottles with me, just so we have a bit more time to experiment later in a safer area instead of the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, fair. All right. So he's ritual casting on this. Like I said, he is forced to. Since identify requires touch, that does kind of more or less force his hand, and he kind of come to term with that's kind of the risk he's got to take. So
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna ritual cast detect magic and just start sorting begin the process of sorting all of the magical loot from the non-magical loot.
Mm-hmm. Izzy probably
Yeah.
would be helping out Mickey to help speed up the process.
Never call him Mickey.
Mick.
Don't you dare.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
It was an accident on my part.
You ritual cast detect magic, identify on this,
Mhm.
and let me look at this spell real quick. See what exactly the phrase says. Oh my god. Okay. You would learn that this is a reagent of some kind. Looking at it a little bit closer, the energy on this seems immense as you're dipping your hand through it and sort of holding up the bottle, shining light, and like running your tests. It seems like the kind of magic that this can give is like unknowable. Like in the school, there is no one school of magic that is affecting this. It is pure energy, almost. And more that you will learn that there is arcane magic afoot in this. It is very arcane. Your own, the mark on your hand would almost prove that. But
Right.
in addition to that, in addition to that sort of raw magical potential, there is also almost like different loose strands that you could theoretically follow. Strands that lead you down paths of the divine. And if you follow one and pull that thread, it would lead you in one direction, but it could very easily split off and go into another, and then another, and then another, and then another. And you're not sure how many divine entities get their energy from something similar to this. You believe that a good way to gain immediate access to the divine, almost immediately get some form of intervention from a deity, of a random one, would be to consume it or otherwise ingest it in some way. As for what you did, inserting your body into it and sort of sitting in it, it appeared to have the potential to infuse arcane magic into a person, effectively granting you a ever so slight but potentially potent pseudo-sorceress trait.
All right.
But of course, with regards to this, it would be taming it anyway seems nearly impossible. And if this does grant sorceress abilities, the odds or any sort of like random magic, undeniably it would be wild. And you're sort of looking at your hand, wondering if it could have been worse. And I think the only conclusion you could come to is absolutely it could have been much worse.
Yeah. All right. This is all. That's very interesting. As Sim kind of like continues to study the decanter, kind of like almost staring at it. Again, you see him visibly. Once again, there's that motion of his head moving to and fro like a ship on the ocean. You see him visibly thinking. As he comes to a. He takes a deep sigh. He goes. As more or less, he seems almost frustrated in a sense, where not even something that is supposed to tell you on the spot what something is able to give him an idea of what this is. And with it being only one way to find out, he looks. He first goes to Mick. Says, Mick, What
Yeah,
was your...
hold on. 23. Okay. What?
What was your experience while in the brine? Because I know there was more than just the
Shitty.
brine.
Oh, you meant like specific. And I'll just start like recounting in as specific detail as I can, and being a storyteller, it's rather specific.
Uh-huh.
About the experience of having basically gone to the other side briefly.
He kind of nods.
How are you still here?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out.
I have no idea what's going on here with
I
with
think
my mic.
I think it might be a volume thing.
Honestly, I got no idea. But how are you still not on the other side? That should be blasphemous. I cut out again, didn't I?
No.
No.
He just shrugs. I don't know.
Izzy has a dumbfounded look on her face as she's staring at Sharkbait. Is like, how is this guy still alive? Sort of thing.
You get the feeling pure dumb luck.
Yes, more than likely. Sim sort of like reflects on Mick's experience, considering that it's more or less a... Not only was it voluntary, but it was more or less summoned.
You can tell that he's also still like processing the experience,
Yeah.
because he did not at all mention the god removing his mask.
No. And he then looks at the back of his hand, looking at the conjuration insignia. Looks at the decanter. And without another word, just chugs this fucking thing.
You
What?
drink it?
What?
Woo! I'm not the only one being stupid. Let's go!
Hell yeah, okay.
Like
Is
he took some time to actually mull it over and try to like reason it in his head.
Listen,
at least
I was specifically told that my time window of making a choice was limited. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. We have our first chug sugar of the night, folks.
Chug. I'm gonna let this happen. I'm gonna go put the
already
pizza in the oven.
have an astral mark of conjuration because you dipped your hand into this fuck shit. Keep in mind, you need your hands to identify, so you really can't identify
Just one of
yourself.
them.
You need someone else to identify that mark for you.
Of course.
Just technically, you only need one hand to cast.
He sort of weighed.
You don't know
random...
you.
I want to ascertain, like, he understands what happened to him was random versus what happened to Mick was more voluntary and summoned, and he's... I don't know. He did like as carefully as humanly possible as anybody could weigh these options before finally making a decision.
Okay. How did I do this before? All right. We
I don't know.
are going to roll a funny little thing.
Do I need to roll it, or are you rolling it?
Would you like to roll it?
Sure.
Total chaos.
Sure, let's do this.
Hell yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. I get to experience this mad Live again.
So what am I
Welcome to
rolling?
D&D, where chaos is our specialty.
Roll
Yeah.
me a D. So /R or R slash. No, it's /R space 1D.
If you can
It is
all see the smile on
okay.
my face.
All right. Roll me a D9 for me.
1d9. 6.
Hmm.
Huh.
Chaotic neutral, maybe.
Okay. Roll me a D14.
Rolling. 14 on the dot.
Okay.
Are you okay? What? I. Oh,
What?
I think Boop had an aneurysm.
What just happened?
I
Do
rolled 14
you.
on the dot.
Is
on the dot.
Zimnus religious in any way?
I have made it once again very clear that he is very, very well aware that there are deities.
But he doesn't follow
doesn't.
any. Got it.
Yes.
No pantheon in particular, no, like, claiming of any sort of. Okay.
Hmm.
Got it. In that case, I need to quickly.
Sounds to me like it's time for a water break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What continents are there? Let's go with this. Okay, so we have the Americas, Europe, Africa, Asia, and are there? I know that there are Australian.
And I think it'd be like Oceania or some shit like that. Technically
Yeah,
speaking, it's
Oceania.
like.
Let's go with Oceania.
Hmm. Yes.
So
So it's
Americas, Europe, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. So roll me a D5.
would it be D6 because north and south, or just D5?
Uh,
North and South America, I mean.
I would be inclined to say no, because a lot of the major civilizations existed like in Central America. So I'm just gonna, and that would bleed into Mexico, bleed into like northern
Okay.
South America, that sort of thing.
Just wanted to ask for clarification. All right. Coming right up. 1.
One.
But that is the Americas. Oh boy.
Fitting,
We're-
Uh-oh.
honestly.
Let's see, America.
Excuse you.
America! Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Memes that came out of that are just immaculate.
I need you to roll me another D5.
Coming right up. 5.
Huh.
Huh.
Hmm.
I actually don't think that works.
need to
Alignment wise. Roll me a d4.
Rolling. 3.
3.
Hey, Boop, on stream, where did your half of your face go?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just am leaning forward a
Rising
lot because I'm
Right.
actually sitting up now.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Boop managing their posture?
More likely than you think.
Wow.
Not at all.
More than you think, but less than you'd hope for.
Yeah.
Rough, but fair.
Alright, so that is
Personally, I'm
mine.
just loud.
Wait, am I?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Wow, we're
I
just
did
on fucking brand today.
say things could go bad.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I kind of took under consideration that things could go very much wrong.
Yes.
Is that why you decided to stand directly next to everybody when you were about to do this?
Well, mostly because right off the bat when he's doing this identifying thing, he didn't want like anybody like more or less distracting him as
Sure.
he's doing his own little thing. But then that just came up. Nobody being able to immediately stop him just kind of ended up being a bonus. Hang on a second.
Nice weather we're having.
Sorry about that.
Yes. Underneath the
sorry.
ocean, it's lovely
So,
weather.
as I was saying, you guys being just too far away for you to immediately stop him was just more or less a bonus. So, boop. With, do I need to make any more rolls or?
No. No.
Oh god.
I did not like that answer.
Oh god.
I don't like your tone.
Oh boy.
I just have to decide what domain this thing has.
Which was why I was asking if I need to make another roll, do another chaos roll, if you will.
Yeah, I need to figure out the domains that this thing would fall under so that I can make you roll to see which aspect you will represent.
Gotcha, Chief.
Never mind.
So I have 2 for sure.
While we're waiting, hey, here's a Tasha's hideous laughter thing for you, Mick. What's the best time to go to the dentist?
2:30.
Damn.
I've heard that joke 3 times this week.
Oh, I'm
Just
so
this week.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
My driver is not original or clever or entertaining in any way.
My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you about the parrot? The parrot from the flea market.
I think
believe you.
so.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
you're free to retell it, but I think you've said it before. I could be wrong though. I've heard so many stories about weird birds.
This deity is
let's-
just
let's-
for sure not chaotic neutral, though. They're straight
Oh,
up
God,
not.
I knew 6 was neutral, lawful neutral or chaotic neutral. I just didn't know which direction the alignment chart was facing for them.
While we're waiting for Boop to
Let me
ascertain
check
this,
something. Yeah,
ascertain
feel free to
this
take
predicament.
a little break here.
Tell us your bird story.
Yes. Okay. So there was a woman that went to a flea market, and she's looking around, and she sees this beautiful-looking parrot. All right, looks like it's been well cleaned, groomed. Looks like it's well taken care of. It's in a cage, and she goes to the guy selling it. And she goes, "How much for that parrot?" And he goes, "Oh, $50." She's a little surprised. That's such a low price. Why? He goes, "Well, it was raised in a brothel and was taught to say certain lines. Now, I've had this bird returned to me a couple of times because, well, there's no telling what said lines those were, but it was apparently enough to get these people offended." Her understanding this, she buys the bird anyway, takes it home, puts it on a little coat rack for a perch for the time being until she can get proper stuff for it. She goes to cleaning her house. The parrot starts looking around new house, new bearings, and within about 10-15 minutes, first thing that comes out of his mouth, "Rah! New house, new madam!" Kind of chuckles it off, continues cleaning. Come about 2:30, 3 o'clock, school bus comes. She has 2 little daughters coming home, walking through the door. They rush in, get their shoes off, get their backpacks off. They notice the bird and start doting on it. After a while, the parrot finally says, "Rah! New house, new madam, new girls!" Shocked at first, the daughters were, but then once the mother explained everything, they laughed it off. 5:30 comes around. The husband comes back from work, driving into his driveway. Comes out of his car, walks through the door. By this time, the wife and the daughters got everything ready for dinner. Daughters rush in to give the father a hug, and the husband goes by the name of Keith. And without missing a beat, this parrot looks him directly in the eyes and goes, "Hi, Keith." That's the joke.
I saw where this was going, and I hated every second of it. Thank you. Good bird noises, by the way. Goddamn.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get that down without killing my throat.
I used to be able to do a very good, like, crow or raven, and then I just didn't do it for forever, and now I can't.
What the fuck am I doing?
So do you like jazz?
God.
Let's do myself
Actually,
out.
I like Meshuggah and like Animals as Leaders, which they do a lot of like jazz riffs, and I've come to appreciate jazz a little bit.
Oh,
so-
actually, there's, oh god, what was it called? The
I mean,
8-bit big band or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It's a YouTube channel dedicated to like doing big, like orchestral jazzy covers of retro songs from
Oh,
different
like-
franchises.
like Benny Goodman sing sing sing.
I don't remember like video game songs. So we're talking
Oh,
like
video game songs. Gotcha.
a lot of the Mario songs, a lot of the Zelda songs, but in like
Okay.
a orchestral but jazz.
Yeah.
Were they the ones who did the cover for the Five Nights at Freddy's song thing, the first one?
Maybe.
I know there was someone who made a jazz cover of the original the Living Tombstone song.
Probably. My
More than
personal
likely.
favorite was a one that I actually have saved on my Spotify right now is their cover of Jump Up Superstar from Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
It's very good. Especially because for whatever reason you can't find the official version on most platforms.
Weird.
I do
Fuck
I
me,
do
I guess.
I do enjoy like people doing like big band slash like ska covers of
It
songs.
is
Always interesting.
a very good cover. I've
Mm.
encountered a lot of covers of that song that they just don't have the same vibe as the original. You know what I mean? A cover that like is definitely an absolute banger of a song by itself, but does
Yeah.
not fully capture the original vibe of the song it's covering.
There was one cover I heard that was a big band cover where they did if you ever heard Tool, they did a cover of their song The Pot, and it was really good. I forget let me see if I can find the woman's name who sang
Do
it.
it. I'll
But-
find the big band cover of Jump Up Superstar.
It's really fucking good. Hang on. But she
Well-
had a very powerful voice, and I was just incredibly impressed that they pulled it off.
Oh, wow, I actually remembered it correctly. Holy shit.
Let's see. It was her name was Sophia Urista. Urista, Sophia. Yeah.
There you go.
Really good though, and it's got like 7.6 million views, well deserved.
It is the same people who did that.
It's a Brass
Nice.
Against. Brass Against is the YouTube channel. Very good.
I love Jump Up Superstar as a song so much.
Let me copy pasta. Just go ahead and
Cover's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Well,
come on.
does anyone want us to do some interactions with our characters as we wait for
As you
I mean-
witness Zim going into some fuckery.
Zim's kind of chugging something in front of us, and we're just waiting to see the ramifications of that, to be honest.
Give me a D3.
A D3.
Uh-oh.
Already? One moment.
Sorry, everybody.
No worries. I started
It's
3 on the dot.
Wow.
Oh god damn it. Come on, don't do this to me.
Oh,
Okay, for some reason the video's not posting.
what is?
A chaotic neutral. Mayandere.
We're just on fucking brand today.
Yes.
Oh boy.
That falls under, that has war under its branch of different how shall I say, divine domains. You would see this would be the god of a Mayan god of in the real world war, violence, sudden death, and sacrifice. I have decided that their divine domains are death, life, and war.
Mm-hmm. Did I get the last one?
You got the last one.
I can get behind that.
Okay.
Actually, if none of you have noticed, Zim has been doing his best to. Actually, let me ask you something. Have any of you noticed that Zim has not caught a single body in this entire campaign?
Actually, yeah,
Not
I
a
noticed
single
that.
body?
Caught a body, hasn't killed anybody.
Yeah, I noticed that.
No.
He is very much winning. He is very much about winning battles without bloodshed.
Hmm.
He has his own little tactics.
Yes.
So chaotic neutral war, I can get behind that. So continue on, Boop.
I'm just quickly uploading an image. Just
All right.
I need to quickly adjust something. This is down and drone. Save this. You will take a moment and drink this.
Mm-hmm.
As you swirled it around and swished it, it did have that like feeling of water, and that it's like easy enough to like swirl around and move and everything. As you drink it from the bottle, you can't help but feel the fluid quickly thicken as soon as it touches your lips. Not very much, but it does thicken
Okay.
as a warm the temperature warms up. The bottle was cold, but in your mouth, it's about the same temperature. Very warm.
Okay.
It has a taste, something metallic. Faint traces of iron. And as you do drink it, and wipe your mouth, you will see that there is ever so faintly a sign of red that you remove from your face. As this happens, I need you to quickly give me a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, give me a moment. Wisdom. I've been rolling like ass. Let's see if this continues. Yep, there it is. I got a 5.
Yeah, that's not going to be very good.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You will hear a voice in your head. As your eyes go a deep crimson. You. Nope. Don't like that one. Let's go with... You find your way to me. In this moment, you'll feel yourself lose control of your arm.
Which one?
The one that does not have the mark.
Got it. Okay.
You find yourself before me. You come before the god of war, the god of sacrifice. People come to me begging for life and for death. And you bring nothing. As this happens, give me another wisdom save here.
Alright. Don't fuck me on this, please. Come on.
Nice.
I don't know. I
You
can't.
see this,
Let's
and
go.
you like use your other arm and like grab a hold of it and restrain it. You don't know what's happening, but this doesn't look good. You feel your vision blur a little bit, and you start to like fade in and out of consciousness, but you're still holding onto your hand that's fighting against you. And as you do, with that like
Dirty
20, you will see that what the hand is reaching for is the dagger that you keep on your side, just in case. It's more of a tool than anything. But you'll see that, and you're sort of pulling your arm away from your belt here.
Mick had started laughing the second that Zim had decided to start chugging the astral brine. And like the second that Zim started to like struggle with themselves, he just went, oh shit, wait.
Yeah, you hear you sort of hear you hear Zim sort of visibly grumble, visibly grumble. Well, visibly grumble. Say what you want, but I pull the strings of my own body, not you.
Slink is a little scared.
Mhm.
You don't know what I do, what I can gift the people who follow me. I can bring forth life and death in innumerable, countless ways. Miracles the kind mortals could only dream of. But all miracles require sacrifice.
I need you to give me a strength save as you're trying to hold yourself back.
Oh, great! The one
May
thing
I-
garbage.
Can I
act.
assist in that?
You're welcome to do so at advantage.
All
Yes.
right. See if that helps
Oh
any.
my fucking
It
god!
fucking does not.
No.
You are dealing with yourself.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your arm is filled with a absurd, supernatural strength. A strength that you know you don't possess.
Yeah.
And as you do think this, you're right. They're probably right. They possess a strength, power, that even in this initial weakened form, that is immense. And as you try and hold yourself back, and Ezzy, you're helping with this, I will roll your theoretical strength if you simply gave in. You are not proficient in strength or athletics.
By no stretch. No.
I will tell you immediately, the only way that I fail this is if I roll a 1. No proficiency, no bonus. You'll feel your arm suddenly, again, supernatural force, this skinny arm push on you harder and harder, and it finally grabs hold of the dagger. And amidst everything, you will now see your mouth gapes open as you're like unaware of what's happening. But you will see. But coming out from your mouth, even though you're not moving it, noise will be produced and everyone will hear.
But I am not a cruel god. I am not a lord of death after all. So I offer you a choice.
you will see that from your hand, this small dagger, your hand begins to like bleed from the fingertips, but the blood doesn't flow down. It rises around the dagger, extending it outwards into a blade that goes out maybe 2-3 feet long.
Your blood or theirs.
I need you to make a decision here.
Ah. As he goes, he'll say, honestly, I don't intend on letting anybody else suffer for my stupidity. So that was
Then
more of
the
a hint
choice
of
is simple.
And as you're like pulling the blade away, the arm back, trying to like remove the knife, I will ask Zimnis, are you fighting this? Or just letting it happen?
I mean, I've been fighting this whole time. I don't plan on stopping.
I have
Give
a
me a
quick question.
final wisdom save. Yes?
Can I use command to say stop and have Zimnis hold still for a second?
If it was, I don't know how that would work.
If it doesn't work, that's completely fine. I just wanted to shoot the idea out there.
Also, if I remember correctly, if this is like a form of possession, it's charisma save.
Yeah, in that case, give me a charisma save. It's not much better. It's actually the exact same.
It's worse. I had a +3, god damn it, in wisdom.
Oh
no.
God, no!
So we're gonna keep everything as is? We're not retconning anything.
Yeah.
Am I still be able to do the stop command?
Sure.
What do I got to do there? Or it's probably not even what I have to do.
You don't have to do anything. You are attempting to command a god. Green.
Yeah.
No, this is towards Zimnis himself.
But Zimnis is not the one pulling the strings. You got to remember that.
True. And Izzy's pulling a gamble here. This is just a gut first reaction on her part. Just to make sure she doesn't... Just make sure no one gets hurt.
Unfortunate. The only way this would have worked if I rolled a nat 1.
At least I tried. At least I tried.
You.
And Zimnis, as this turns, you will see that you turn your body.
Mean to define me. You mean to defy me of my new toy. You have truly no idea what you bring forth.
Zimnus,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll me a d20 plus 11.
All right, give me a moment.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. Oh, God.
Nope. The one time I should be rolling like ass is not today.
I'm sorry.
I was getting fucked left and right, and god damn it. All right, whatever.
I don't want to I don't need you to give up anything in particular. It doesn't have to be your blood. I am a kind god in that regard. But victory, survival, life demands.
And Green, you will feel Zimnus pull his arm away quickly and throw the bloody dagger into your side.
Sacrifice.
And as it does, Zimnus,
Yes.
you will see as the blood pools on the ground, this wound offering up a unreasonable, unreal amount of blood on the ground. Within the reflection, you will see the face of a new entity. A creature you have not seen.
Okay.
But
Am I
even
able to get a
so,
visual?
you are familiar with their name.
Alrighty.
I need to quickly upload this to my. I didn't mean for this to be a sequel to That's Ascent, but I suppose it is.
I mean, makes sense to given I'm here.
I mean, yeah. You would see Gould, of the face looking back at you would be this one.
Oh, it is the one I was thinking of. Okay.
Alright.
Baluk Chabtan. Buluc. Baluk.
Idea, can you spell that for us, please? In the chat.
Sorry?
It'd be much appreciated.
He
You
asked,
just type that in the down and drown chat.
yes.
Would you please?
Yes.
Um,
Izzy is screaming in pain right now. I do not want to visibly say that because it visibly makes the screaming noises because I've leather like my throat, so.
as you're staring into the pool of blood, you will see them look back at you and say,
Be well and rejoice. A higher power now offers you their protection.
Izzy's using lay on hands on herself to heal up the wound.
Yeah, like the good support character I am just immediately.
Is Zimnus able to speak now? Since
yes, you've been able to speak the whole time.
okay, because I know I was used as a pretty much a megaphone for this god at some point, so I didn't know if I had that option yet or not.
Fuck. Dude, what the fuck?
Zim goes, well, I'll tell you what. It's not exactly protection if you're going to be killing my allies as well.
You know, usually after you stab someone, you usually start the sentence with "I'm sorry." Just gonna put that out there as I'm like casting healing word into the wound.
Zim just kind of points out to the pool of blood with the guy's face. Like,
no one else sees that reflection, only you.
oh,
Yeah,
so he just looks like a psycho. He just looks like a psycho now. He goes,
Everyone sees a like weird supernatural like extended blade here
Healing.
and the damage.
he kind of gathers everybody looking at him weird.
Izzy anyway?
Everybody was kind of gathering that he's looking at him. He goes, "That wasn't my free will."
It wasn't. There's a little fucking guyhouse for you. I told him to.
Yeah, man,
It's
you
like
are
on a picture behind the
illegible.
Oh yeah, I
You are bad
cannot
at
understand
illegible.
you.
Or I guess indistinguishable.
Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
I have no idea what's going on, Mike. I'm sorry.
I
You're
think
good.
it might.
You're good.
I think, like I said, it might be your volume. Like, depending on how loud you are, your mic just cuts out.
It can be a dozen different things. If you want,
That's the only thing that comes to mind.
if you want, when the stream ends, I can help you kind of troubleshoot your mic. If you need the help.
It's like here's the thing. It's just I'm using my earbuds and the mic of my computer. It's just like that.
Mm.
I honestly have no idea what's going on. I'm sorry, but it's like Izzy is in pain, but as previous before, it's like, of course you weren't in control. You literally had someone speaking out of you that we don't know. My mic went through, right?
Yeah, that went through. Zim just kind of takes a deep sigh. Kind of looks at the blood. Is his face still there?
Gone.
Gone. All right. Is he able to still sort of hear him or no?
No.
Okay.
I just kind of I look back at Slink, like, are they turned in a way where I can make eye contact?
Just?
Yeah, she's peeking out from over by the box, so.
I just give her like the head tilt of like, it should be fine now. Come over.
You hear Zim
What?
say,
Just gonna make her way
Yeah.
over there.
What
you
the-
hear Zim say, I don't think this is the last that we've heard of that one, but
Of course it's not. If anything, you got a situation, sweetheart. It's just my inside. That shit hurt.
Yeah,
To quantify
hopefully
how much it
combination-
hurts,
Oh.
I can decide how much damage it is. So this is a dagger.
It wasn't-
Yes.
it was a freaking dagger, yes. So it's literally a 1d4 plus whatever.
I don't mean
is-
to be insensitive, but if I'm like smiling right now, it's because I'm just glad I'm not the only one doing stupid shit tonight.
Izzy's just crying through the pain.
So to describe what it was and how it physically affected you, the dagger became like a bright red obsidian, got
Ooh.
stabbed into you, and as it did, that red obsidian sort of crystallized along like all the blood that it came in contact with again. And so as you pulled it out, it is as if you are pulling out a bigger chunk of your flesh. And all told, as opposed to a normal dagger that would deal 1d4, you'll see that this sacrificial dagger would have dealt
Oh!
25 damage.
Owie.
But you healed
Oh,
for
she's
6.
not unconscious.
I also
Big
heal on hands. I'm using all of them. Which is
Yeah.
gonna be 15.
So,
Which is
after pulling out the dagger, does it still have that property?
If you wish
Oh.
to sacrifice to obtain it, yes, it can.
Oh, God.
It still has
Well-
that red obsidian property. You need to either, as of right now, yes, it will still deal that damage. It will only work for one attack before it will demand more than just blood, but death.
What the hell? Zim, this is like... Izzy takes back her little water skin that the whole astral state thing was in. It's like, is there any still left in this thing? Or did you drink it all?
I figured I'd take the full potency.
Izzy takes a bit, see if anything dripples onto her glove or something, and notices that it is empty. And is like, thank you, but next time, ask before you do something stupid like that, okay? Because I don't want to be a blood end at that, okay?
To be
'Cause look-
entirely fair, I did ask, looking over to Mick.
What?
Like, asking what your thing was going into, like, this random... Like, go your experience of dealing, like, with a completely random thing versus my thing dealing with a completely random thing. Like, he did ask.
But that
It
doesn't
is
tip
so
the
funny that you
go-ahead.
both got death gods, but completely different vibes. Like, instead
Yeah.
of one lord of the underworld that, like, had dominion over the dead, and then a person that just will give you anything. You pay for it. Money.
Oh, yeah.
Blood.
Yeah, Zib's gonna pick up the dagger, kind of look at it and go, alright. I get the idea of your demands, however... As he sheaths it back,
Luke has weird.
your protection won't do me much good if you deprive me of my allies. Sort of being a smartass talking to himself.
As he goes and presses to take the blood away from that spot over there, it's like, never thought
Yeah.
that I had to clean up my own damn blood before, but hey, things at first.
Yeah, Zim goes, oh, again, my sincerest apologies. You
Look.
saw what came over me.
Yeah, but next time, be more prepared. Just, I don't want to be at the blunt end of a stab wound like that ever again. Because love of freaking God, it still hurts after we healed it up. Jesus, ow.
Well, I don't think, all things considered, when it comes to PAX, that there will be a next time.
True.
Ooh. Freaky.
Yes, very
So-
freaky, but it's like, shit.
Moving on
Anyway,
Moving
I
on from
hate that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What?
So what's the magic items that Mick and I try to figure out after that whole
Oh, I love that red obsidian. That fucks so hard.
Oh, that's really pretty, but also it makes me want to remove my skin.
My
There
My
is a god
inner-
of flaying in Aztec culture in particular.
Yes.
my inner native.
Hmm.
This cries out to me. Okay, so moving on. He goes, all right. Well, with all of that out of the way, we took care of the bigger things. Slink, that small green gem, if you would.
Oh, she like slowly cans it over.
Don't worry, my dear. It's all over.
Does anyone
To
have
be
anything
very,
to drink with?
I mean, you guys did steal a fuck ton of wine.
Oh yeah, like there's
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, Izzy's gonna. Can you get me a cup of that wine, please? Love of God, I need some.
On it.
Slow and steady, darling. We don't need you intoxicated before we surface. We'll have a lot of explaining to do.
I just need the one.
As so mechanic, now that like I've had two of you do these things, mechanically speaking, you don't have to interact with this necessarily. What it will do though is effectively you do side quests for your respective deities that you have been bonded to, and you will gain power that way. What that means kind of depends on the deity that you lucked into. For one, in the past, that has been knowledge, that has been like knowledge and like magical abilities and such in exchange for either collecting knowledge about the world or going through traumatic experiences. What these side quests or requests of the gods will be will vary greatly. However, as it stands, Mick's ability that won't really come up until things get really bad, and we obviously know what Xemnas is capable of now. What with
Yes.
God of War, Death, and Sacrifice.
I'm sorry. You want to fucking run that last part by me again?
What do you mean?
Okay.
I thought we've established that Xemnas just decided to fuck around and find out with a god of war.
And I
Yes.
just got told that I have an ability I'm not aware of, and that both excites and frightens me.
I'm excited.
You have
kinda
a-
looks at this-
Yours is explicitly a god of death. Death has to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. Don't worry.
Yep. At least,
I'm the
Kills
support.
happen
Bitches are gonna
cutely.
target me. Huh?
listen. At least you have a lawful evil. Like I said, I'm willing to give your deity the benefit of the doubt because somebody being a
Honestly,
god of death
chaotic
is gonna
neutral is honestly scarier than chaotic evil because at least with
Yeah, that's
chaotic
fa-
evil, you know what you're getting.
At least,
Yes.
yeah, chaotic
Oh, yeah.
neutral. That's like Fey level bullshittery. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
They might not be able to lie, but that doesn't mean they can't deceive you.
yeah, but Zim's like, Well, I'm more than willing to play along, but it will not be at the cost of any more than what you've already endured.
Yes. Anyway, Izzy's over here drinking a cup of wine, just muttering to herself, "Oh my god, I miss my girl. I really wish
As
Theo was here."
Oh no.
You're identifying in particular the green item that Slink got, yes?
The little floating green gem, yes.
If you'll let them at this point.
Like, how much longer
we
before
can
we
do it,
service, by the by?
This is
Because a lot
probably
of
the
bullshit
last
just
thing that you
happened.
will do.
Fair enough.
What's
Yeah.
up, Jess?
Slink reluctantly does it.
It will be... you will identify it as...
Woo!
What?
Ooh.
That's really fucking good.
Holy shit.
That is, yeah. I caught wind of this last session, and I was like, oh, that's really fucking good.
Proficiency bonus increased by 1 while this pale green prism orb orbits your head. Oh, prism orbits your head. Prism orbits.
It's a nice little extra boost, which is always good.
to
That's
everything
good.
you're good at.
Oh, yeah. Wait! Oh no, wait, that would get doubled by expertise. Oh
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
And the rogue
shit.
has it. The rogue has it.
Oh,
The rogue has it.
Zim
Well,
kind of
for
looks at
now.
this, smiles, and starts to chuckle. Goes, "Oh, my dear, fortune smiles upon you. Here you are." Hands it back over to Slink with a big grin on his face, knowing some fuckery's about to happen. Oh, it's very, very good, dear. I promise you. And as previously stated, I do have intentions of negotiating with the captain with some of our findings.
Oh, no, you don't. Here's the thing. Gang stab kinda loses you some points. Okay?
Say what?
Kind of loses your what?
Kinda loses you some points with me
Oh.
with your negotiations. Because it's like, sure, you weren't in control, but it's still rude.
Darling, I want you to understand something. We are getting in the middle of something, and I'm not just talking about the deity. We are getting into something that is bigger than any nation could ever imagine. Meaning that we have, meaning that we could discover something that could give us practically anything we damn well wanted. Fame, wealth. So I want you to. I understand your current grudge, but I want you to set it aside to see the bigger picture.
I need everyone to know that Slink has a passive stealth of 20. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
disgusting.
Get us
Yes.
some boots. Let's get us some boots of Elvenkind, and then it'll be 25.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
You
Anyway.
blink and Slink just
So
disappears.
Zim is taking accountability for what he performed and the consequences that followed suit, but he is trying to redirect it to the bigger picture here.
Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna roll a con saving throw for drinking the wine.
How much are you fucking drinking?
Enough.
Yes.
Enough to get you shit faced in one setting, apparently. Jesus Christ.
Very
No,
small.
Enough to just feel a buzz.
Enough to numb the pain.
Yes, effectively. Enough to numb the pain.
The brain
All
takes,
right.
even with magical healing, the brain takes a while to understand that the pain is no longer necessary.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So,
And Izzy is not in the mood to deal with that pain at this time because it's like, it was all at once.
yeah.
I'd also
Sim
like
kinda-
to mention that if we're going to do any sort of negotiations, I think that, listen, not to toot my own horn, but I should probably be in the lead of that.
Oh, by all
Uh,
means. However,
Yeah, yeah.
if
I agree with Shark Bake on that one. He'll probably be the best for it.
he goes, oh, by all means, if you wish to be the silver tongue, go right ahead. But I think it would be best if we'll do it this way. I inform, you persuade.
He just looks at you, kind of frog blinks. All right.
Fantastic.
Slink pets the little rock and then puts it in her pocket, and then all of a sudden it starts floating out above her head and starts swirling, and she's like, eh, eh, eh. It's like chasing it around.
And
goes-
she still
That's-
ended up with a green gem.
True, true.
And,
got the green.
It's a really
Anyway,
good green gem.
That's
Yes.
a very good green gem.
yes. You'll get used
you-
to it, sweetheart. I have one around my head too, with the Ion Stone of Constitution.
Dummy thick.
You all will soon rise
She is a big
up
girl, so.
to the surface of the water, and sunlight will peer through the sea at this point. And as it
Thank
does,
the gods.
I think just because Sophie isn't here, this will be where we leave off for tonight. I think
And I do.
this is enough.
Okay. So what was all the items that Mick identified as well? Because we did that own thing besides.
Oh, I don't have identify.
But
Oh, yeah,
detect
Mick-
magic
Mick-
though.
Mick intentionally got rid of the identify.
But you still have detect magic, right?
Yeah, I can detect when things are magical and they're the school of magic that they possess, but I cannot tell you what they are.
Okay.
Other than,
okay.
My academic's best guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also have the 2 bottles of astral sea brine, so something
gotta-
to think about.
Yeah.
All right. But that is it for now. A bit of a shorter session, just keeping things. I want to say simple, but no.
Things are never
Yeah.
simple in D&D.
Oh,
forbid
it
that.
got a lot more complicated now. And if anything says, if anyone decides to drink any of the astral sea brine, it's gonna get more fun. Which,
That's not.
which,
Why would you drink brine?
Tastes bad.
who's
Well, I
said,
want to see the god.
That'll
Honest-
certainly take you there.
I mean, technically she can bathe in it or put some on her body to get something like that tattoo or something.
and all the
Sim
while,
is-
I summoned a god that sends prey to the Lord like Sunday school.
Yes, with blood and guts and all the horrible things of war.
Sim is also so very not good with people. God damn.
Yes.
No, he's a. I want you to understand this boy is very much a, and I say boy, he's 18. We're gonna get that out of the way. Number one, he has been very much in his studies. Very little communication with other people aside from his peers, teachers, you guys, and everybody else on the ship. So yeah, his communication skills, his social skills in general, just horribly lack. Which is why he only has a +1 in charisma.
Man,
Which is also explains why he's also canonically a turbo virgin. But we won't get into that.
And the goblin Chatterina here has a girlfriend and has wonderful social skills.
Yeah.
cannot believe that that Izzy really said, "You just stabbed me!" Yeah, but okay, Atlantis though.
He said, "I'm sorry, but let's stick to the bigger picture more like." Like I get what I did. I'm sorry, but let's focus on the bigger picture here. That's essentially what he did.
All right,
Here's the
I'm
thing.
going to raid out, but
Okay.
yeah.
Technically, she actively just tries to not hold a grudge, but she does know when I need to put my foot down on this because that is scary.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah, I fully expect everybody to drink it at this rate, like drink some astral sea juice, and like hopefully one of them won't be a god of death.
I mean,
Hopefully.
But
They're-
Mom,
I got war, so I'm okay. Sort
but
of.
technically, he is a god of death. You just got the war aspect of him. Honestly, if anything, I'm surprised that Slink hasn't grabbed the bottle and started chugging.
Slink is surprisingly enough, like, weirdly has the most restraint out of any of you fuckers. Like,
Yeah.
they have.
No, her downfall is the stealing. Like she said, what they don't know will not hurt them. When it comes to weird things and ingesting,
Nah. All right,
I mean,
I'm gonna
she's
raid
probably
out.
seen her fellow
All right.
brethren like die, eating weird shit. That's why she's kind of like, maybe no eat.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly,
Bye-bye,
Izzy
stream.
will
Bye.
but honestly, for Izzy